Tyronn and Bud, neither of them are these, guys that are going to come up with talking points and hit them. They're just going to tell you from their heart and from their head what they experienced and why they think they were successful. And that's really important stuff. And I think our guys really related to that in a sense, and then could learn from that in a big way. So it was great to have those two guys with us.
For me, growing up in a small town, Mexico, Missouri, didn't have much growing up. The thing that I always try to pride myself on is taking advantage of opportunities. When you get a chance to come to a school like Nebraska, get a full-ride scholarship, play the game you love, it's the best thing in the world. And I always talk to my team about just taking advantage of opportunities, because I think you guys are in a great position, to do a great thing for your family. My motivation my whole time in college was to make it to the NBA or overseas so I can take care of my family. My family was my motivation. It just goes to show that anybody can make it if you put forth the effort and you do what you're supposed to do and capable of doing, you can do it. And it's not about, yourself. It's not an individual game. It's about what the coach needs. It's about what each individual player needs from each other to be successful. And once we understood that this year with Kyrie, Kevin Love, LeBron, we went a long way. Once we understood that and got on the same page of what we had to do as a team to win instead of individually, I think that's when we kind of took off and things started going from there. So I love Coach Miles and the things he's done for the program. It's just great to be back here. You can't take it for granted, because I've been in a lot of places and some NBA places don't even look this good. So just take advantage of the opportunities and what you have here and just make the most of it. The biggest thing for me, who I am as a person, is just being able to tell guys the truth. They might not like it, and you gotta do it with your teammates. They may not like it, but at the end of the day, if they're true with themselves and true to who they are, they might cuss you out, y'all might argue, but then that night they will understand and realize, like, you know what, let me send them a text, you were right. If you're gonna be a leader, I always say, it's tough to lead because you gotta do it every single night. You can't pick and choose when you wanna lead. Tonight, you got a good game, you got 30, you wanna rah-rah and all this, then when you're having a bad game, then you don't wanna be a leader, and that doesn't work. So that's why it's hard to lead, because people don't wanna be leaders all the time, because you gotta lead every single night, every single day, on the floor, going to school, practice, games, whatever it may be, you gotta lead all the time. And that's why it's hard for certain people to be leaders, because you can't pick and choose when you wanna do it. You gotta think about in the world, anytime it's a crisis or whatever may be going bad or wrong, sports brings everyone together, no matter the race, the color, what you've done, your personal, your religion, whatever it may be, sports brings everyone together. So you guys are on a platform where you can make things better, not for yourselves and your family, but also the outside world.
Everybody knows what they need to work on, but how hard do you want to work to get there? When I go to training camps and stuff, my coach go over everything. That's why they say, oh, well, what you going to train for this guy? What you going to train for that? I'm not going to train for him. I'm training for me. Because if I get myself in the best of my abilities, I don't got to worry about him. I'm not going to worry about what you do. I'm going to worry about what I'm not doing. When you train your whole life for an opportunity of a lifetime for something that you've been dreaming of, and when you first step in that ring and this maybe your only shot, you got to put it all on the line. Either you going to knock me out or I'm going to knock you out. But it's going to go down. Why? Because this is something that I've been doing my whole life. This is something that I don't want to lose. It's my title. I train too hard. I train too hard to let something be taken by somebody that's doing the same thing that I'm doing. You bleed just like I bleed. Just like on the court. You gonna let him take it from you, or are you gonna take it from him?